Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to take a look at the 1964 United States dimes. This is a coin that we don't talk much about because there's so many of them around, but it could be a really expensive coin. PCGS has some 1964 dimes from anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000, and we'll talk about why they're so expensive, what the special things you need to look at are. And if you look down here, you'll see we have some other coins. This one is interesting. We talk about 1964 as a big year because it was the last of the silver years for United States coins. But of course, the 1964 nickel is actually no different from the 1965 nickel, and on and on and on, except for one thing, and that of course is in 1965 not only did they go to clad coins and change the composition of the silver coins, but they also changed where the mint mark was. In 1965 they took the mint mark off the coins altogether. But you see in 1964 the mint mark on the nickels was still on the back. The 1964 quarters are one you hear the most about. It sells for about $5 because it has about $4 worth of silver in it. We tip it up and we see that there's no copper in there. There's a little reddish from the light, but no copper in this one. It's a 90% silver coin. And of course on this one, the mint mark would be on the back if there was a mint mark right down here, but there is not. And then I had this one here because this is the 1965, and this is the year that they did change. And of course, when we tip this one up, we see that it has the copper on the inside. This is the copper nickel clad copper, the copper sandwich. Same Roosevelt, but in the same back, but inside it doesn't have the 90% silver. People complain a little bit about these coins if they get them because they say, I took it to a dealer. This is a 90% silver. The dealer told me he'd give me $1 for it. And that's not even the silver value. Well, the silver value on these coins is about $1.75, maybe. Sometimes it hits somewhere around $2. So they're not a huge amount of silver in them, but if you take it to a coin dealer, the coin dealer is going to want to make money on it also, and there are plenty of these around. And when I say plenty around, what do I mean? Well, they made $2.3 billion between the Denver and the Philadelphia Mint in 1960. So let's look at the coin. It says Liberty in the front, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who was President of the United States from 1933 until 1945. This coin came out in 1946, the year after his death. Underneath his chin it says, In God We Trust. And over here it says 1964. And down here it says J and S. Now some people are going, well, why do you put this coin with all these different colors on it here? And these are the coins that get graded the highest at PCGS. This is kind of a rainbow color. We see some yellowing, some red. If we tip it, we can get different colors from different angles. So this is a coin that sold for PCGS 1964 full bands, or FB, for $6,500. So let's tip it up. Well, we see that it is indeed the silver, and there are 118 of these reeds that go around the outside of the coin. When we tip it over, this is pretty good condition. So you look at the top, you see it says United States of America right around the top here. It says E pluribus unum across the center, the one dime here, and you see, well, it's pretty good shape. Is there something doubling on that? Nope. There's a little bit of a bubble on the end of that E right there, but it's not really doubling. It's a little bit of a error, but it's not going to be of any additional value. And this is where you need to look at kind of the money of the coin. Down here you see these two bands. We have a full separation going through the center of this line. And what we're looking for is a full bands version. The line's going straight down the side, and you see some scratches in the lines. But then when you get up to the top, you see the bands don't separate very good right here, and they're a little bit crushed. So this wouldn't make our full bands version of this, but this is going to be pretty close. So this coin may be worth a few dollars, both because of its patina or coloring and because of the nearly full bands here. What's this one? Well, this one looks different, but it's still in pretty good shape. One of the things you look at is you look at the ears and see what kind of detail you can get in the ears. You look at the little hairs back here, so it's a little worn back there. Let's look at compared to this one. We see that the hair on this one's a lot better. The ear definition's a lot better. So this might indeed be worth $3 or $4, but I'm not going to send it to PCGS to get it rated when it's going to cost us more than the value of the coin would be once it's rated. Let's flip it over. And then now we can see where the D is on these. So we didn't talk about that, but on this one, this is a Philadelphia coin. no letter there. This is the Denver Mint coin right there, and that's where our D is going to be. People ask about the San Francisco Mint. Well, they did not make the dimes in 1964. It turns out that the reason you have so many dimes is they made more in 1964 than they did in 1956, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, and 63 combined. What they did was they just took all the silver and all the coins they had and got them all out in 1964. Two things happen with that. One is you don't get great quality coins when you rush them through like that. And two is when you do get the quality coins, they're going to be much more valuable because there's not that many of them, because a lot of them were rush jobs. All right, that's all we have today from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Look for these 1964s. Look on the back and see if you can get the full bands, and that's where your value is going to be.